Hey Walker, how you doing? How's your day going? Hey Hank, how you doing? It's been a while since you were the first on stream like this, or at least you just hopped in as soon as it opened. How you doing? Man, I have to say, yesterday in a way, I had a goodbye celebration sort of way, at least in my regard, because last night, me and some friends, we just all gathered and we went to the Outback, and boy, we ate and we ate and we ate. It was not a cheap bill in the end, but it was something that I had planned for a while. It was like the last like time that I would eat for good in a restaurant. I would eat like very very well. I would eat until I couldn't eat anymore. Because once I move, I'm not gonna be able to keep that sort of behavior. I will not be able to eat that well. Oh man, you're close to going to sleep. Did you have a full day? What did you do today, man? A lot of work? Oh, so that was the sentry that I heard. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna try to just keep it a little bit more down today. I feel like there are a lot of times where I just scream a lot, so let's try to just keep it chill today. Oh, you worked all night? Hey, remind me, Hank. Does your shifts usually go through the night, or it was like something that they asked you to do? How did that happen? How did that go? But at least was a good night worth of work. Berries. But this one, was it a good night? Oh, I'm dead. Very hard to see myself leaving the situation. Even more now. Damn it, I'm dead. Wait, you should have gone to bed 5 hours ago? That's when you arrived home? Then what happened that you just you were kept awake 5 extra hours? Was it because of work, or was it because you just started to do something else? Nice, we got it. Because for me, unless you really, really, really love where you work, I don't see a lot of people who will stay the extra 5 hours, because they needed to be before the company. I don't see a lot of people staying an extra 5 hours. Only maybe if there's someone that depends on the job, or if there's someone that really, really owes a lot to the place that they're working on. Walker says, you asked me the other day if I had built a doll. Actually, it was a company called Nova Logic, and they made the doll with the AK in its hands. Alright, okay, thanks for the update. Ah man, you're just you're screwed now. Your biological clock now is just gonna be extremely weird. Oh damn, I feel a little bit bad for the Hoovy. I don't remember when was the last time that I stayed awake for so long. I remember the first time that I spent 24 hours awake, man. It was one night that I went to a friend's house. We were I think we were 16 or 17, most likely 16. And as we were there, we were just hanging around, talking to each other, and we had the idea to just stay awake all night to then go to the beach the next day. He's alive, he's somewhere. And after that, at 7 a.m. we went to the beach. And we actually got into the water. Man, it was crazy. My father came to pick me up after that, but it was such a weird experience. It's like, you do it once so you never do it again, you know? That type of thing. I should have... Okay, I already read that. Do you guys remember the first time that you guys actually spent, like, you were awake the entire night? Man, is that NG unaware of what is happening? I feel a little bit bad bullying the engineer, but maybe I am the one getting bullied here. He's actually repairing and upgrading the sentry at the same time. One row move and I'm dead. He found me. Dude, is this what madness look like? Trying to do the same thing again and again and again and expecting a different result? He's without ammo. This might be my chance. I'm not gonna look at chat right now because I just really want to see if I can do this. Man, Angie, I have to salute you, but for how long are you gonna do that? I just gotta wait for 2 beeps and I can shoot again. Oh no, the dumb man has joined the fight. I might be dead now. Wait, now there's a spy as well. Did they all just suddenly decide to come and try to kill me? Oh, I think his big brothers arrived. It's over! It's over! It's finally over! I won, NG! I won! Oh, please, someone clip that. Hank, if you're there, could anyone clip that? For how long I was there, man? Sweet. Oh, hey, Kiro, how you doing? I saw your comment and I responded before this stream. You've been a fan of that channel for a long time, haven't you, Kiro? For how long have you watched Batman's 4014's videos? For how long? Wait, did the Angie left the game? Did he change teams? Did he switch sides? What happened? I think he left. Ooh, he hit me. Nah, I wasted the move. Found you.
Alright, go left.
I think we're gonna search for another server. This one's gonna die quickly. Let's do it. Oh yeah, did you guys also see that Kai Cenat opened the inscriptions for Streamer University for a new year? Man, I actually thought about applying, but I'm gonna go to my own college this year. And I feel like I should focus on that. That's more important. Plus, I heard that he's also gonna do inscriptions in person. So that's gonna go crazy.
Hey, whip!
Might be dead now. Oh, this might be another one that will die quickly if we have this team composition. Ha! Trade. Oh, I need to sneeze.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Banana demo man.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Mission begins in 30 seconds. Mission begins in 10 seconds.
That spy ain't one on. That's what I'm talking
4,
about.
3, 2, 1.
Catch this.
This spy has already breached through all our defenses. You see what he has done to our colleagues. And worst of all, he could be any one of us. Interesting scout. Oh no man, I already saw that there are some videos that are bigger than others into the channel. I saw that too. But if I was gonna try to react to the whole thing, it would take hours. Hours. Damn. The demo and the scouts, they have their aim and they have their aim to the edge of their seats. I don't think I will react to the channel trailer since it's a very short video. I'll try to watch the playlist that you mentioned on your comments, the one that contains the order of the videos that I should watch according to the events of the story. Damn it.
Yo, heads up.
Oh, the scout. Oh wait, it was different scouts. Man, there are some cosmetics in TF2 that they're not the greatest. They're not. But when they are mixed with the other ones, they just make so great loadouts.
Hey, whip!
Alright, let's try to flank.
Hey, good job!
Ah, almost. The medic going, huh? Heavy, heavy, heavy. Someone trying to trade crates for scraps. I wonder, is he trying to buy specific crates or all crates? Oh, and you sneeze.
Patched in.
Ah, man, what is wrong with my allergies today?
The freaking card stopped!
There's Hoovy. Damn, my aim sucks.
Let's move it up! Little help? I'm dying here! Medic! Move out! Yo, heads up!
Ooh, that was a close one. You sneaky heavy! I was actually trying to help you, I wasn't gonna shoot you. Oh. Hey Rogan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, hope you're having a pleasant day. Ouch, I just got shot. Oh. Ah, this guy, I think that was the scout, man. This guy's plays very well. Hey Alex, also welcome to the stream. How you guys doing today?
I did it! Yo, a little help here? To the left!
Right now you guys just got me into a very interesting match because right now we're not being able to push beyond this point. They have two players that have just been demolishing our side.
Hey, whip!
Oh, maybe no. Actually, maybe you just reached us when we get our breaking point, and we might actually win now.
The freaking card stopped! Fire! Fire! Fire!
Nice. Maybe not. Maybe we'll not break them here. We need to have at least one Uber to break them. Got the medic, that gives us a chance. Ah, man, really? I got saved by the medic on the nick of time just to be taken by a spy with a better stab. Actually, after the last episode about swords was released, he started making the next one, and at the moment something terrible happened on his channel. But was it something, just tell me, was it something with YouTube or was it something personal with his life? Nice.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
What the hell? Stop pushing the car!
Yeah, man, damn it. There's just too much for me to do. The team is not able to push through. We got 2 medics. Now we're gonna lose it.
Mission ends
Okay,
in
YouTube.
30 seconds.
Man, I really wish that I could have witnessed what it was like to be a YouTuber in 2010. It just really feels like it would have been a big, big different world than it is what it is now. More free, better algorithm, maybe better pay. Or at least would be better because there weren't that many restrictions. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna see for this. I'm not gonna see for this match. My team just abandoned everything. They have soldiers, demomen, scouts, medics, and we have 2 scouts and 2 medics. Nah, man, I'm gonna actually search for a new one.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Nice. Cheers.
Oh yeah!
Oh man, that was a horrible miss. I gotta remember to try to keep 5, like I need to do this between me and the mic. So it just doesn't get too loud or too weird.
Eat my dust!
Let's do it!
Sentry ahead!
What? Pyro, come back here, let me try some. I did hit you, why didn't I apply the bleeding? What?
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I need to use the festive version that I have, not this one. But on the talk about YouTube,
10 seconds.
for how long you guys, being consumers or producers of videos on YouTube, for how long were you actually aware of how hard or how weird it is to produce videos on YouTube sometimes? I walked right into that one. Oh, this actually this is an interesting loadout for scouts. I never thought I would see a Manco hat painted pink to actually go with the fit. But like, there's certain channels on YouTube that they do very well. But one thing that all channels agree on the long term is that YouTube could still be better, and that YouTube is not a good platform to just grow alone and by itself. You always will need the other sources and the other people to help you. Almost. Are you a spy? No. Okay, then go to fight, Pyro. What are you doing? Yeah, I wasn't gonna take the help from the man. He needs more than me. Thank you, Angie. You saved me. Thank you. Hey, Walker. Thank you for being on Twitch as well.
Come on, move it up.
But today, the video that I wanted to react to was the video from CoffeeZilla about the $200,000 Lego instance. Because I saw the video that was made by Ben, I think that's the name of the guy who was the creator who exposed the whole situation, and he's the one making the videos about the problem. But I wanted to see CoffeeZilla's video because he knows how to summarize a lot of it, and he puts a lot of quality on these videos. And me being a Lego enjoyer, I really wanted to just help spread more of the case, you know. Just wanted to watch, both for me and both for people to watch more.
Hey, whips. Sentry up there.
So that's how scouts feel when they just do the flank. Yeah, as Lazy Purple said in his video, wow, it's so much easier when everyone on the other team is just distracted and they're not shooting at you. It's kind of like Spy just has it easy because he can just naturally go invisible.
Fire, fire, fire. Help here.
I need help as well, Scout.
Yo, heads up.
This is gonna be a weird competition for Mad Packs now that we have the 3 scouts. Hey Hunty, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. How's your day going today?
All right, go left.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
And I have another question. Recently we had a bigger influx of people on the streams. We had the return of some people, we have some new people just showing up casually to see how the streams look.
Will you just let's go?
So I just want to know from you guys, recently what has been the thing that made you guys come to the streams?
To the left.
Time has been added.
Maybe too many scouts is starting to drag us down. We have 4 scouts.
Catch this.
Damn it. Too low, I should have aimed higher.
Let's move it up.
Let's see the flank. I'm with you, Demo. Move forward. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Nope. I'm not gonna be able to go that way now. Hunt says, I'm fine, but I'm also enjoying taking care of children. Oh man, you're all... So you're on babysitting duty. Well, good luck, man. I hope that the kids are not too much of a hassle today. Because depending on the kid, it's always like give or take. You're either gonna have a very chill time and the kid's gonna be very nice, or you're just not gonna be on your best day and the kid is gonna be a pain. So good luck, man. And yes, Alex, I've heard about Sea of Thieves. In the past, I even considered buying it, but I think that in the end, Sea of Thieves is gonna be a game that I'm not gonna play that much. I'm not gonna play that much.
Go, go, go!
Plus, I think that it's a very expensive game for unknown reasons to me. I really look at Sea of Thieves and I think, okay, interesting game. It doesn't feel like it should be like dozens and dozens of dollars. Actually, let me ask you guys this: how much is Sea of Thieves right now? How much would the game be right now if I was to buy it? Let me check. Let me see, Sea of Thieves price Steam. It's on discount right now. But how much is it? I was just able to miss 3 hits! 3, 4, oh! Alright, I give up. Demo man, kill me. Just kill me, Demo. Just kill me, Demo. I deserve to die. Just kill me. Just kill. Thank you. Dude, how was I able to miss 3 hits with a weapon that allows me to take bleeding damage if I miss, but at the same time I miss it and I hit the wall, so I didn't take any bleeding? How is that possible, game? How am I so bad? I got you, medic. We're gonna win. Surprise, big yes. I really did not expect that we would win. But let me check right now on Steam store. Sea of Thieves. Yeah, because I don't feel like Sea of Thieves, for what I've seen on videos and from people that have played this game for a long time, I don't see this as a... Let me see, 179, so converted. What is this? Is this like a $40 game?
30 seconds.
This is like a $40 game? Maybe with a promotion in reais, that just seems like a price worthy of the game. But in reais, it's 170 something. 170 something reais. So for me, I don't see that without the promotion is a worthy game, you know, for the price. Nice shot, sniper. Oh, he actually built a non-dying machine. That's called the second sentry. Heavy? Heavy? No. Thank you, Heavy. Good boy, Heavy. Oh, there was a second pyro. I thought it was my pyro. It. Because honestly, the only thing that I've seen about Sea of Thieves, without like if you put aside the interaction that you might have with people that you fight along the way, is just sail your ship around, go to islands, maybe do 1 or 2 missions, 3 missions, not die to a mythical creature in the sea, and that's kind of it.
Catch this.
You know, a game that I bought that might be inferior in quality when it comes to development of Sea of Thieves is Hold Fast Nations at War. By the option to actually join a clan and just do these large battles is enough for me. But no, not Sea of Thieves. I thought you would have given up, Scout. Wow, I actually survived that. Damn it, he got metal.
I did it.
Yes, Alex. I would actually wonder why you are asking about Sea of Thieves. Well, my most, I would say that the question that I would assume, you know, like, to be the reason is, are you a fan of Sea of Thieves? Do you enjoy Sea of Thieves? Do you like videos about Sea of Thieves? That would be my main guess of why you're speaking about Sea of Thieves. My second one would be, did you buy Sea of Thieves and that's why you're talking about it? Man, as soon as I was gonna get him. I deserve the shame. I deserve the shame. The freaking demo man died.
Catch this. Left, left, left.
What do you think of that?
Go, go, go.
And talking about that meme, how long until Wolf Alberto posted the third episode of TF2 vs FNAF? And would it actually be at the sister location? Would he actually be making all the FNAFs and all of the games from Five Nights at Freddy's? Would he actually be able to do that? Would he actually go on that line? You're welcome, Sniper. Don't die. Man, how many? I think they might have 4 pyros on the enemy team. That is not good against me. I got the new Jordans.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Or would be I got the new Jane Does.
Move it up, move it up.
Ah, damn it. Close. I gotta get more kills with this thing. The Boston Basher deserves some more respect, but I'm not putting enough respect into him. Alex, you're saying that first you watch the Sea of Thieves videos and learn the game, so you're doing this right now? So that is the number one reason. So, and what is the second reason? Because if you put a 1, there might be a second reason to it. Are you planning on buying it? Do you want to buy it in the future? What is the reason? Alright, so I was right in the end. You are going to buy Sea of Thieves. Have you bought already? Are you going to install it? When are you buying then?
Let's go.
I would like to hear your feedback on what you think about the game. Yep. Ah man, too bad that we are having a scout game today. If this was a sniping game, I think we would have been getting more kills and more sentry kills.
Wicked.
Nice.
Hey, whip.
Can I just stay in this staircase? I think they have 2 sentries. We're not gonna be able to push if this continues. The engines just need 1 pyro and 2 sentries at the front, and all the rest of the team is gonna be at this tunnel. Oh wait, we actually destroyed one sentry.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Nice. We got 30 seconds to live, guys. For most men, no time at all. We are not most men. We are mercenaries. We got the resources, the will to make this hours count. The clock is ticking, gentlemen. Let's begin. Aye! Damn, the pyro was smart to use the jetpack. Flank to the side, got health, and then he'd get back in the fight. It was a good one. Next.
Let's go.
I wonder if I should go back to the pistol. Guys, anyone has a loadout that they would like to recommend? I feel like I should be trying other weapons. We can go for the all bleeding scout. Alright, Alex, but I have to ask you, what is the thing about Sea of Thieves that you think is so great? Because for me, Sea of Thieves, after a while, there's not much to do than to just like sail around and try to fight people, and that's it. You know? I don't feel like the hype would stay with me for a long time.
30 seconds.
Plus, usually you play with what, 2-3 people on your ship for what I've seen on videos. Man, imagine if there was just one crit rocket or 2 crit stickies right here, right now. Ah, man, we have a full and pink soldier with a pocket girlfriend. This is bad. This is actually very, 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 very bad. Yeah, see what I said? Oh, that's the same pirate from the last game. We ended up in the same server. Yep. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one. Thank you. Thank you, Sniper. Thank you for saving me. I think I need to be closer with this pistol. I don't remember how to use it that well. Thank you once again, team, for saving my ass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alex, also, try to refresh the page. I think you're watching while desynced. Your comments are taking a very long time to reach me. Oh, they got a new sentry, and that sentry is called Fat Man. I could try to go with the Force of Nature. Shinzo Sasageyo! This... Imagine if I actually survived that and I was able to pass through the enemy lines into the point and be capped. Man, I'm actually getting some nostalgia of some of the best caps that I've ever had. One of them was as a pyro. And I made it to the final point. Enemy team respawned just then and there. And I was able to get a reflect on a crit rocket that killed 4 of them all at the same time, and I was able to cap. And I need to sneeze now. Sorry. Man, the first nature should not be this good. Some shots just makes me feel dirty. I think that he was still alive. Ow, 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 I got wrecked. 100% wrecked. I missed. Yeah, but Alex, I understand. Like, I understand that for the comments say I like PvP. Okay, that's fair. But doesn't it get old? Doesn't it get old the PvP that you have on the game, because it feels like a very dragged out PvP sometimes. You either instantly kill the enemy, or you just keep fighting for a while. You know, if they just get the swords and they start blocking your attacks. Yep, we're not gonna be able to break through that heavy with this. We would need the Uber and a heavy. Yeah, maybe. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna go heavy. Let's see how we're doing with the tunneler. Where's the medic? Ah, man. I don't know if I can count on the tunneler. Medic! Medic, can you hear me? Can you hear my call? Medic, can you understand me? Can you see me as a high volatile like a killer? Got him. The heavy's doing parkour. Later that or is going to the side. Man, this is what happened when a heavy main changes from a scout to his main class. This is just what happens.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
And I'm surprised that the medic was there to Uber me in the end. I thought I was gonna have to just go without medics. I need to change this style. Every time that I go heavy, I just need to select a different fit.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
What kind of relationship is this?
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Wait, how did the pyro took damage on that? Medic, if you're go, yeah, go with the pyro. Go with the pyro. He's the fastest one there. All right, we took down the sentry. The engineer is still alive. Oh yes, go pyro. No, medic, medic, don't get backstabbed. Medic, don't get. Oh, he knew. He knew at least that it was a spy. And I think they got a main heavy now. No. How much damage did I take? I don't know what kind of relationship or friendship this is. Which one? The pyro and the soldiers? I don't know. Maybe a love and hate relationship. Oh yes, crits. Or maybe it's a situationship. If I recall, situationship is just something that is happening because of the situation, but it would not happen in other situations. Or not by choice. The pyro got too cocky. But yeah, let me change to the holiday punch. A lot of situations where we've been having to try to kill the enemy, but he was Ubered, so let me try to change to this so we can have a better chance to stop on the Uber. Damn it, I wasn't overhealed in the beginning. Nice. Thank you, soldier. Jump here, then here, then here, then here. Go spy, go spy. Coming for you. Oh, nice, spy. I thought we were lost. I thought we were all out of spies, but you proved me wrong, spy. Nice. Wait, that's an actual pyro? Nice. I think that we're gonna get the point now. Oh, come on, Red Heavy. You're winning still. You still have both points. You got the top score, and you're just gonna right to curse the spy. Come on. Oh, I'm dead. Yes, spy, get him. Buy me time, spy. Buy me time. Just do this. Nice. Thank you, medic. Honestly, I have to apologize to the Tunilado 5000. He's been a good medic. Ah, a little bit too early. Man, right when I was about to compliment you, Tunilado. There's a spy around here. It's either a spy or I lagged for a second. I murdered your medic as well. Nah, Alex. You know, maybe you should try to make new friends in the game that you enjoy. Because if you have games that you like, try to search in the communities of such games. And try to find people that you can play with and that you can have funny moments with. No, man, I thought it was a normal Uber. Ah, damn it. Ah, man, and also that sentry.
Move gear up!
Right, but thank you for the answers, man.
Nom, 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 nom. That light.
It seems that the demo man needs a chocolate.
Thank you! Go left!
Yeah, but after the match, I think I'm gonna go for the reaction. Yeah, where did that heavy come from? I don't know if that guy's idle, so I'm not gonna vote. Did he kill the medic? Ah man, if it was for the second sentry, I think I would have survived. Man, the soldier's coming in clutch. Ah man, I was in a big fat hurry to die. Ooh man, the scouts and the pyro, they just got wrecked.
No, 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 no. That was delicious.
Cool, pyro. Here comes this. Yes! Nice! He changed it! He actually changed it! And they got the network race! Let's go! Yada da 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 yada da da. I'm dead. Oh, hey, you have to. No, I'm not a predator. I'm a mercenary.
Move gear forward! Go! To left! Go left! Left!
Man, that moment, this is the third time that I've already given you a chocolate every time that I come around this corner. Man, you gotta stop with this, man.
Gear forward!
Who says I don't have a real job, man? I pay my bills. I do my things. I'm about to go to college again this year so I can improve my education to get an even better job. Oh. Oh, man. But nah, TF2. You're just hating, man. Instead of hating, you should try to do something better, man. It's not good for you. Yeah, 1 minute.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Damn TF2 dude, long time no see.
Damn it, got killed by the engineer. We can win. They lost all of their sentries. They're building a new one. This can be our last push. Let me focus.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
I don't know what you would say, man. Well, TF2 dude, or TF2, I don't know who you are, but I just hope that you get better at life, man, because right now you're sucking at it. Good luck with your life, man. Honestly, man, maybe this is an improve because it has been a very, very long time since I had a hater on my chat. Yeah, so maybe I'm really going back to growing up, man. That's actually a good sign. Well, GG. GG. And as I said, now I'm gonna go out of TF2 because I wanted to do that reaction. I wanted to see the CoffeeZilla video about the Minecraft thing. Let me open it up. Here it is. Also, Roldy, thank you for reaching the three consecutive streams. Yeah, I forgot to turn the URLs on this one. Got it. Let me position myself for this. Yeah. Audio check.
A 200.
Yeah, we seem to be okay on this one. I'm not gonna beat too much around the bush on this one. Everyone knows about the current drama regarding the 200,000 missing Lego collection that has just vanished and is in possession of bricks and minifigs. So give a like to the original video, because today I came to CoffeeZilla's channel to watch his newest release on the topic. So like the original video, and without any more further ado, let's go. Click.
A $200,000 Lego collection went missing, causing a lot of you to ask me to find it. And after seeing the cops point guns at YouTubers, people get arrested and sued for $1.3 million, I decided enough was enough. This looks like a case for the internet detective, this time in the $10 million Lego studio. So I talked to every suspect involved. What I found shocked me.
Man, the channel who started this whole investigation not being able to do the third episode or to release his third episode of the investigation because they have the risk of going to prison. Well, Coffeezilla just came in clutch to just say, I'm not gonna let this pass, I'm gonna help you guys. Let's talk about this.
Before we can find these missing Legos, let's give some background.
Yep,
A
let's go.
massive Star Wars collection was put on consignment at a Lego store called Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon. Consignment just means the owner, Brian Mansell, gave it to a store to sell, and he was supposed to get a cut when it sold. The entire time, he maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000.
Yep.
But then, on November 14th, 2024, everything went wrong. This was the night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy. That is Brandon Best. He and his partner, Josh Johnson, ran a sister store in Eugene, Oregon. And Brandon drove up that night to kick the Gormans out. Brandon and Josh would be taking over the franchise in Salem. And this
is something that it's weird to me, because I think it's because I don't dive myself too deep into such businesses. But how are they kicked out of being the owners of that franchise? And the other guys, they just assume that. They go there and say, oh, we're going to be taking over this place. You guys are no longer required to work for this location. You guys are done. So, like, how can this actually be done? It's weird for me. I thought that franchises, they were the owners of themselves, you know, in most cases.
This is the exact moment the Legos go missing. As that store is getting handed over, the question is Brian's collection in it? Here's what the official Bricks and Minifigs press release reads. Quote, after taking over the store, we discovered a small number of sets valued between $2,000 to $5,000 that could be possibly related to Mr. Mansell's collection. But there's a problem here. There should be over 10 times that amount in this store, given their internal records and what we know the estimated value of this collection was. So if corporate's saying it was only $2,000 to $5,000,
it's interesting because they never say where the collection went. They never say where the collection is. They simply say that they don't know where it is.
In the store, something happened to these Legos. But what? In order to solve this case, let's think about the suspects. First, who was there that night of the handover? It's only 3 people. Crystal and Ben Gorman, the former franchise owners, and Brandon Best, one of the new owners. These are our 3 biggest suspects, but they aren't the only ones.
Out of all of them, Ben and Crystal, I haven't seen a single thing about them in the other videos from Ben. Reckless Ben, that is, the guy who started his own investigation. But Brandon and Josh, they are the most suspicious because they don't want to answer questions. They don't want to do anything with the press or anyone that comes around asking about the Legos.
I want to address a few other suspects at the very start here. First of all, maybe this is just all the result of, plain old thieves breaking in.
There will be a police report.
Hi, I am Chris. I was the previous franchise owner who signed the collection agreement with.
Plus, if they came into a camera to talk about the issue and they came to answer questions like this, they didn't try to evade the press or any YouTuber coming to talk to them. This just gives another positive point to the previous franchise owners.
Brian Mansell.
And I'm Benjamin Gorman. I am the silent partner who's really bad at being silent.
We did have a couple of break-ins at the store. None of Brian's collections were in the police report or stolen during those.
Okay, so the Gormans say emphatically it wasn't thieves, but if that's the case, what about the guy who was arrested? I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Reckless Ben. This is the YouTuber who started it all. With a documentary, I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Lego. Maybe it's the perfect crime. Make a video tracking yourself. Now, for our theory, it's worth noting Ben is currently facing a RICO lawsuit by Bricks and Minifigs. He was even targeted with a search warrant for stolen Legos.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
The owner reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos.
And on top of that, Reckless Ben was even accused of stealing the Legos by the current franchise owner.
I stole the Legos?
What do you think of the theory that it was Reckless Ben?
I know that this is just for the composition of the video, but I've seen Reckless Ben video. I've seen the majority of the conversation that was shown about this accusation that Ben has stolen the Legos. So, how? It's an empty accusation. I know that this is just for the sake of the entertainment and building the suspense, but I have to say I didn't like this edit that much. I had to try to ban for a suspect, even if it's surely to be just debunked. I didn't think that was a fair accusation.
It's absurd.
See,
we didn't even know
it.
Reckless Ben.
Yeah.
There's no interaction, no relation to us, no relation to the store. That doesn't hold any water.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Apologies to the genius cops in Utah who play different.
We play differently here.
But
Yeah, I knew that this had to be a rage bait for a second, but yeah, we gotta give like a Ben some more justice for what he did so far to try to find this collection.
I don't believe that Reckless Ben stole the Lego, mostly because he couldn't. He just wasn't there that night, and I don't even think he knew about these Legos. But who does Ben suspect is holding the Legos since he did this whole documentary series?
The guy who runs the entire company, Ammon McNeff, he personally came out to talk to us.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Is that a lie?
Then
No.
where they are.
That's a lie.
Then where they
you
are.
did take the Legos.
No.
If you don't have it, where'd they go?
We have our attorneys have visited, but like again, so who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys'
Man,
store.
this guy has such a current look.
Never happened.
My name is Ammon McNeff. I am the CEO of the Bricks and Minifigs brand.
So my name's Matt McNeff. I'm the COO of Bricks and Minifigs.
The people you just saw are the McNeff brothers. They agreed to speak with me to try to clear their name. I asked them, do they have the Legos?
What I can tell you is that we don't have it. We've never had access to them.
It seems to kind of go missing. Parts of it seem to go missing on November 14th.
Well, and I guess no, not at all. I'm going to say, like that is not accurate at all. Because
so you think that the collection was in the store at the time or elsewhere?
Elsewhere. When you look at Mansell's own words that he reiterated to a podcast last year, he explicitly stated to another podcaster, the sets were moved off-site for security.
The collection will not be stored on site after hours for security reasons, and after Sunday, the sets will be available for purchase but stored elsewhere.
Now, one thing that's been a big subject of the Bricks and Minifigs kind of story is, hey, there are these off-site locations. Can you address what that is? Is that true?
So the off-site location.
Another point to why I wanted to come to CalFazilla's video to have a look, because the way that he just cuts to show what something like that Brian guy said, and then back to the previous owners just to complement the information so we get more detail and more clearance on everything. It's just very, very good editing.
And the letter that they are that corporate is referring to is the original press release that we released when we were launching the collection. In that press release, because we had previous break-ins, I specifically included the location that after this weekend, those Legos would be stored off-site to deter any future thefts. They were briefly stored off-site after that launch weekend while I bought safes for the back room, and then they were moved back into the store.
Okay, so for most of the time, the sets were in the store after y'all got the safes in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ammon McNeff suspects that a lot of the Legos weren't there that night. And then on the other hand, we just heard from Crystal and Ben Gorman explaining the off-site story, saying that later they no longer used those off-site locations. But what do we really know about the Gormans? They are the former franchise owners after all. I mean, shouldn't we be suspicious of everyone? They're one of our key suspects. They were there the night we lost Brian's collection. They were the creators of the consignment deal after all. And one group in particular is pointing their finger at them very hard. It's the McNeffs who say they were behind on payments.
We started getting calls from the landlord letting us know that Crystal was behind on the lease payments at the location. We had also gotten a couple of notices from some of our vendor partners that bills had not been paid by the store. And so we felt pretty strongly that there was going to be a risk of her just, like attempting to file bankruptcy, doing some of these other types of things, which we've had franchisees do in the past, and that's problematic. So that's why we sent him up there to take some video footage. So we needed to just be prepared if we needed to do a hostile takeover, which can happen in franchising, where a franchise owner just kind of tries to steal inventory and do some different things that way.
Okay, so Bricks and Minifig's story is that they were worried about the Gormans skipping town, so they sent Brandon Best as a secret shopper on October 24th, 2024. This is weeks before the takeover. Brandon takes a video of the store condition in preparation for this handover, but at this point, Brandon does not announce himself to Crystal Gorman. Later, though, on November 14th, once again, the same concern about the Gorman stealing or theft was expressed by the McNeffs.
Brandon was trying to make sure that they weren't taking things from the store, and so he was kind of trying to make sure that he wasn't putting things, you know, like hiding things in the back, and that and while he was watching that, trying to make sure Ben wasn't grabbing stuff from the store and moving it or doing anything along those lines, because he just got a weird feeling about the whole transition.
She took at least one, if not more than one, cartfuls of things out to her car with her coat draped over it.
So yeah, the McNeffs say, look, they don't trust the Gormans, and they explained it, you know, even.
And not only that, but he's also saying, oh, she took things with her coat over it to like somewhere else, without saying, oh yeah, she stole. No, she's just saying that she has behavior to possibly theoretically say that she stole things, but we don't have proof.
And further, they said, hey, there's some issues in her past.
She apparently has a retail theft and other criminal like arrests on her record that we were not aware of.
When was that?
I don't know. This has been brought out by several people online now.
I want to hear about
that's
her
a
version of
huge
the case.
accusation to bring up, and so obviously I wanted to talk to the Gormans about it. They're like, she has a history of some type of burglary, theft.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're
saying.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yes.
Well,
you
explain.
know about this.
Explain.
Yeah, when I was 19 years old.
How long ago is that?
I am 45 now. So.
Yeah, I was about to say that if they were not going to comment this directly, but the fact that they said, oh, she has a history of burglary, of theft, and like, is this from like 20 years ago? Yeah, like, Bricks and Mythics is just really trying to beat around the bush to just try to buy internet support while they try to sue Ben. Yeah, this is disgusting.
This was in 1999.
Oh, the year that was,
something that happened
born.
25 years ago has no reflection and no bearing on what happened in the last 2 years, my management of the store, what happened the night corporate seized the store. It is another deflection. And it infuriates me. You're gonna try to publicly embarrass and shame me for somebody that was manipulated by local police departments when she was pregnant and 19 years old? Fuck you. That's my response to that.
I agree. I would also be
I am
outraged
so
if that
sorry.
happened to
You're
me.
gonna have to blur and cut a lot of this, but that pisses me off. I own what I have done. I own the mistakes that I
think
have
the dogs.
made. You cannot.
Man, I think the dogs, they were starting to get it on in the background, man. Oh man, that the possible worst time to try to get a bone in this situation.
Intimidate and bully me into backing down when I know that legally and morally I am in the right and I have the evidence to back it up.
Wow, this is getting kind of nasty and personal at this point, and I just wanted to give people kind of their side. But at every turn, I hope you understand.
Considering that this whole thing started with a Lego collection being stolen, a Lego collection that was supposed to be sold to help like someone get medical treatment for a condition that they have that is degenerative, that will just get worse. Yeah, this was personal from the start.
I'm getting contradictory stories, down to if the McNeffs knew about her history in the first place.
Like, they're bringing up something that I told them about.
Wait, you told them?
Told them. They asked me.
They said they had no idea. They said if we knew, we would have never hired her.
Because we would not have hired her had we known this.
I told them I had a record from when I was 18. There was a family issue that, and didn't go into all of the details, but they were like, that's so long ago, we're gonna hire you based on who you are now.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. You guys can make up your own mind. My point is, one side says up, the other says down, and it gets to the point both sides start hinting that they have photographic proof from the night of November 14th that proves the other side is lying. And so I'm like, look, at this point, let's stop talking. Show me the Legos. where
Let's
I
go.
was told
I
we
agree.
are
Let's go.
100% have possession of photos.
Let's go.
That prove that the Gormans are lying. And then you guys are telling me we 100% have possession of photos that prove this side's lying. Who's going to drop the photos first? I mean, I feel like someone just has to, somebody's right here. And after a lot of convincing, both sides agreed to show me the photos, corporate and the Gormans. In fact, I scheduled the calls to do this an hour apart from each other. But let's remember their positions for a second. The Gormans say whatever was left unsold of Brian's collection that was in that store spreadsheet was in Salem store the night of November 14th. Then you have corporate side. They say whatever was left that night was maybe $2,000 to $5,000 of Legos. The rest was either stolen by thieves, the Gormans, or held off site. It was not in that store. And on both sides, there's a lot to lose here, right? You've got the Gormans, who basically have been insinuated to have been stealing. And for Josh and Brandon, too, the new franchise owners, there's a lot on the line. I reached out to Josh, and he told me, I think her pictures would only show a few sets and minifigs. I replied, so if I can prove that the Lego sets were in the store, that will prove Brandon was lying. Josh replies, if it shows something different, then yes, I will eat my words.
Well, he's not saying that, no, he was lying. No, he's gonna say, no, I was mistaken then. Man, the way that Briggs and Minifigs every single time is just on the line of either lying or say, oh, then maybe it's a little bit different, but we're still not lying. We're still not responsible for this. It's just disgusting, man.
So the stakes have been established. And let's see the evidence, starting with Matt McNeff. First, he showed me the video, October 24, 2024, for a baseline of how the store looked. So this is the Salem Kaiser location, is that correct?
Salem Kaiser location, yes.
Okay.
So is it fair to say I'm seeing quite a few Legos here? I mean, I'm seeing a store of Legos. You'd agree?
There's a good amount of Lego on hand.
Oh man, so many minifigures.
This isn't what I would say is a well-stocked bricks and minifigs, but it's not terrible. It's I would say a little below average as far as overall stock. So now let's go to November 14th. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, November 14th, when Brandon was in there helping.
Wait, this is the day. This is like the big day.
This is the day.
Hold on, I gotta prep myself emotionally for this.
Okay.
This is a big deal. This is D-Day. This is the big moment. This is Brandon takes over the store. We don't know where the Legos are after this moment.
We don't know where the Legos are after this moment. And I want to point out again that we've had this for a while. We haven't this is the first time we've shown this publicly. We've been waiting for our attorneys to give us the approval to say, hey, this is okay now to share in this capacity. So we'll go through these pictures. This is what Josh saw, or not Josh, sorry, Brandon saw. He took pictures of everything in the store, all the inventory in the store. This is what the shelves looked like compared to what you just saw a moment ago.
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot less. Just to state the obvious, go back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like way less. So yeah, the pictures I was being shown on November 14th, those shelves looked emptier than they did on the day of October 24th. But to be fair to the Gormans, they addressed the empty shelves themselves.
As we get to the very end of this video in particular, right here, you'll see that empty space right here. So this is the retired and certified set section that we have to keep separate from the new in box current sets being sold by Lego. All those empty spaces up there were the sets that we had on display during the day from Brian's collection that every night when the store closed, we pulled off and put back into the safe and then put back out in the morning.
So when they say, see, there's empty space on the shelves, yeah, because we put them in safes at night to keep them safe.
Because we have giant windows.
Yeah, it's an explanation that kind of makes sense given the history of burglary. Now, of course, this is something I had to ask the McNeffs about. Is this a case of, did y'all see Star Wars sets in the back? Did y'all not see the Star Wars sets in the back? Did he take, not in the back, but specifically in a safe? Like there were a bunch of Star Wars sets in a safe. Did Brandon see those? Has there been talk of those? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. My understanding is that he took pictures of everything, and all those photos I showed you of the Star Wars were all the photos, or was literally all the Star Wars inventory in the store.
Yeah, the McNeffs say all of the photos should be with Brandon of all the Star Wars items. And to be fair to them, they showed me a lot more pictures and even showed me a spreadsheet of all the Star Wars sets in the store the night Brandon took it over. And it valued to about like $5,000 to $10,000 or so. But then I had to ask.
Oh, sorry, here's another kind of set.
Okay.
Do you think y'all have all of these?
Very likely.
Okay.
Again, I'd be surprised if we didn't.
But then I couldn't help myself. I started to bring up some of Crystal's photos to see if they matched up.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
So do you see that?
Yep.
So do you see it's in like some kind of like a safe thing? I don't know if you can see the sides there.
Looks like a bookshelf to me, but sure.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
think
he's
the important thing is
deflecting.
making sure that all of these are in the inventory 4-man cell.
Sure. Sure. That's cool.
75041.
Oh, he will ask you if they have it in the sheets.
Yep. The Vulture Droid.
75169.
169 I'm not seeing, so there may be... Okay, so there's one that is not on our list.
Let's try this. 10240.
Okay, nope, not seeing that one either.
What if...
So the fact that they just go around, they say that it's not there, they give an inventory list, and then certain items are not in the list, yeah, this is weird. It's like they were left out.
About 9493.
I don't see that one either. So maybe those were locked at the time, and Brandon did not get those pictures.
All right, that's kind of a problem because the Gormans had over 200 photos of this store. I definitely knew looking at these photos, there's a lot more Legos in the Gormans photos, by quite a lot that Brandon's photos just didn't show. But corporate didn't really see it that way.
But still, in the grand scheme of things, we're not talking, again, 10 times the amount of sets here.
I don't know. I haven't shown all the photos yet. I don't know exactly how much.
If there's a calculable figure that we can look at and say, great, this is what was there, I promise you it's not $100,000 worth of Lego. And so where's the rest of it? He got me.
Well, so far there's a lot of pictures still to go through according to Coffzilla, but you just said that there are Legos that are missing. So if there's not just one, if there's not just two, but it is like more Legos that are not there, yes, it could amount to that, because you don't know, you just lost the credibility to say that they were not there. Your own proof of information that the inventory that was took, there are some items that are there and there are some items that are not, say that that information is unreliable to prove that you were unaware of them being there, that they were definitely not there. It's
I don't know,
just the way it is.
Maybe I'm a little too in my head about this U-Haul story. You don't think it could have been some U-Haul thing? There's no way.
Oh, yeah, have we talked about the U-Haul yet? We gotta talk
don't
about the
remember right
U-Haul
now.
for a
Go
second.
ahead.
This
Go
is
ahead.
another one of those things that was like really disputed between the two parties, was this U-Haul that supposedly was driven up to the store the night of the takeover.
So when
I did
Brandon
not know about
came
that.
to the store that night, he was driving a U-Haul truck.
Now, in typical fashion, this was immediately disputed.
Brandon showed up to the Salem store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal, he was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
It wasn't until after he told me he was taking the keys and locking me out that I really kind of paid attention to the fact that he had a large, not the small, the large U-Haul truck.
So yeah, I just kept hearing about this U-Haul truck. Now, why is it significant, U-Haul or not? Well, one, a U-Haul truck can fit a lot of Legos, but the big reason it mattered to me was because I was actually called by an ex-employee of the Bricks and Minifix store in Eugene, Oregon. Remember, that's the one that Brandon and Josh owned, and he told me something very interesting.
I'm a former employee, started in 2024, and I was working under the old manager Brian, and he sold the store to Brandon Best and Josh.
What store was this? Bricks and Minifigs where? Okay, now what did you see that made you want to talk to me?
I saw Reckless Ben's YouTube video about the Salem store closing down because when I was talking to my co-workers about the situation of Salem, and when we were told through other employees that it was just a bad area to work in, it was like haunted, if you will, is what was going around. But Ben, he exposed them, and it makes a lot more sense with what we dealt with Brandon and Josh.
So there was other
Like,
Legos missing.
Crystal stole Lego sets and bolted out of the country.
Who says that?
Brandon Best told us. When he was dropping off all the Lego sets to us that night. It was a bunch of used Lego sets. That set were like saran wrap. They had Star Wars CD. They had just a lot of stuff. It was like in a medium-sized U-Haul truck.
Wait. They brought a U-Haul truck.
That is fucking huge. Huge.
From Salem, went to Eugene.
And to Eugene, and it had a bunch of Star Wars sets on it?
Yeah, Star Wars sets, like everything. A bunch of new stuff too.
Wait, when was this when they took over the store from Crystal?
I believe so, yes. Yes, because he said that Crystal stole Legos and left the country.
While he has a U-Haul of Legos?
Yeah.
Interesting. Weird.
And he said, we're just going to hold on to this stuff until corporate tells us where we have to distribute it. And we're like, oh, well, it'd make more sense if we could take it because we're kind of struggling with, the product we put on the shelves.
Oh my gosh. We really got to find out. Was there a U-Haul that night or not? Because everybody's disagreeing about it. This Eugene, Oregon guy says, oh yeah, a U-Haul showed up with Star Wars sets in it. Brandon was talking about the Salem store. You've got Matt McNeff saying there was no U-Haul there. It was a rental car. You've got Crystal saying, yeah, I thought it was really weird. There was a U-Haul truck there. So I told the McNeffs, I really got to find out what the truth is here. If you know anything about it, let me know, because that's just something I heard.
I do, and it has nothing to do with the Salem store. Well, at least not the Salem store in the way that it is there. Brandon showed up to the Salem store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal, he was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
So when there was the handoff, there wasn't a U-Haul, it was a rental car.
Correct. He was there in a rental car.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think any of the, like, if you were to look at the footage, the ring cameras, all that stuff, you won't see a U-Haul sitting anywhere in the parking lot.
So after hearing all of this, I realized, look, I just got to find the evidence. So I start sifting through these photos I have, right? I realize I have a parking lot.
Man, I have to say, I really expected this to lead to something bigger, which still might. But this U-Haul talk, this U-Haul trucks talk, I never heard about them in the previous video. Honestly, CalfaZilla just comes in clutch into these types of investigations.
A photo, I check it. No U-Haul, just a red truck out there. I check another photo where you could see the window, but the problem is it's night outside, so you can't see.
Yep.
So I'm looking at everything I can, and there's just nothing,
What about the neighbors?
Alternate angle, I'm looking at
Maybe
that.
they have other things.
And then, wait a minute.
Yes!
Zoom in on that photo. Bring up the brightness of this photo a little bit.
Lying bitches!
My gosh.
You lying
There's
bitches! You were caught! Again! Lying again! Oh man, I'm gonna enjoy so much seeing your downfall. This is gonna be huge.
U-Haul in the parking lot right outside of the store the night of November 14th, 2024. This is something that Matt said he had seen footage of, and it couldn't be true.
And again, I believe I have seen footage from that night that shows clearly out into the parking lot, and there's no U-Haul.
After seeing this, I said, I really have to make a call. And that's when the story changed. So last night, I talked with Matt McNeff. I brought up this question of the U-Haul. He told me emphatically there was no U-Haul. Y'all came to me this morning. You said, hey, we looked into it. There actually was a U-Haul there that night. Can
I really want to
clear
see
up
the
what that's about?
reaction.
So there's
call you
actually
out,
two
too.
different things that are going on here, just to help you understand. And I don't know if you want this particularly not on the record, but we do know of a disgruntled former employee that worked at another location.
Now they say that.
Back on the 24th of October, there was a U-Haul that went to a storage unit in Salem for another previous franchisee, for a different situation that we had just gone through some things, and he had a previously, hey, I have some inventory that I didn't turn over that I was supposed to. It's at this storage location. You guys can come pick it up. And so Brandon was sent on that day to pick up with a U-Haul inventory that then he moved down, but that was October 24th.
So when we're talking about this ex-employee, you're saying they are conflating the October 24th event of the U-Haul coming up to Eugene with Legos with some time after November 14th, after the store takeover. Is that correct? Am I understanding that?
He's scared.
Yes.
He's scared.
So this is now kind of a strange story. Corporate is saying there was a U-Haul at the Eugene store dropping off Lego, but that was from a different night, different collection. The CEO says Brandon showed up.
Honestly, how can you just expect to say, oh, there was no U-Haul? Definitely not any U-Haul. We checked the footage, there was nothing. And then when they say, actually, there was one, you're like, oh yeah, no, actually, there might have been one, but that was a completely different thing. Dude, that just doesn't make any
Salem
sense.
on October 24th for his secret shopper job with Crystal. And separately, he also was getting a different collection of Legos that also included Star Wars. And that's what he brought to the Eugene store, and the former employee is remembering.
Very,
then,
very weird.
Weeks later, on November 14th, Brandon supposedly shows up again with a U-Haul, but the reason isn't for hauling Legos.
Brandon flew in to Eugene that night. At midnight. So flew from Utah on the 13th, but landed in Oregon on like midnight of the 14th. Went and got a rental truck, and then went and stayed at a trailer that had previously been moved up there in anticipation, meaning a camper trailer, in anticipation of the potential hostile takeover previously.
Is that why he had a U-Haul? Is that the reason he had a U-Haul, was for this camper, or what's going on with the?
Yes. So then what happens is he takes his rental vehicle truck, and he tries to connect the trailer, the camping trailer, to that truck, and it's not rated for that particular weight, and he realized, oh crap. He called around and found that U-Haul had a rating for one of their box trucks, and so he grabbed that, went and got it at 10 a.m. on the 14th, and so he then went and hooked that trailer up to the camping trailer to a U-Haul, drove that trailer down to another location where he could set up the camping trailer in Salem, dropped off the camper trailer, and then he arrived in a U-Haul to the Salem store, and then went in, said hi to Crystal, and then as she was leaving, the door shuts, and so he locks it, calls the locksmith. Takes him a while to finish up the changing of the locks. Brandon at this point is pretty exhausted, and he has an hour drive back to Eugene to drop off the rental truck. So he drops it off at midnight or 1 o'clock, something like that. Grabs the rental truck and then heads back up to the camper trailer in Salem, and then probably gets in at around 2 or 3 in the morning. Spends a couple of, that's a little bit of sleep before he has to head back to the store at 9 a.m. before the other employees get there. The timeline that is trying to be portrayed just makes absolutely zero sense.
Okay, so I asked, obviously, for documentation of all of this from Brandon, and here's what I got. First, the U-Haul contract on November 14th. This checks out what we already know. Then I got sent a photo, the last one Brandon took in the Salem store, dated 9:44 p.m., where you can see what looks like the inside of a bird cage that the Gormans had. And lastly, I was sent a photo Brandon took of the mileage in the U-Haul as he dropped it back off at the rental place on November 15th, 12:41 a.m. Now, the time gap there is about 3 hours between the last photo in Salem to dropping the U-Haul off, which is a bit of a problem for our timeline.
Yeah, it took like 4 hours. I mean, I worked till like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I gotta get up early for, my other job.
You moved 4 hours of Legos out of this truck.
Yeah.
All right, so as weird as this U-Haul thing is, the timeline just doesn't fit, to be honest. If it took 4 hours to unload, you can't also drive to another city, load and unload and drop off the U-Haul in that time. But still, even if this is true, it's pretty weird, and it's one of the most bizarre stories I've ever heard, to have a U-Haul thing back to back. One of the times you're picking up Legos, the other time you're not, you're taking a camper. Nevertheless, without more proof, we kind of have to move on to another theory of how to find these missing Lego. This time, let's take the photographs that we have and
maybe we can find it by
what was in the night
the serial
on
number,
November
right?
14th. Remember,
Like
that's the
gold
moment
bar?
we lost the Lego. And this time, we're going to combine it with
I
two
don't
more
know, maybe
things.
it's
First, from
not
corporate,
possible.
I got the point of sale records from the Salem store from 2023 to 2024. And secondly, from Crystal Gorman, I got her internal records of Brian's inventory of what was sold or not in order to pay him and keep track of prices. Now, before we piece things together, I need to address something. At the beginning of this story, you saw the social post saying this collection was worth $200,000. That's what everyone knows this story as, the $200,000 Lego collection. But sadly, that post was entirely wrong. In Crystal Gorman's inventory, which has a high and low estimate value of these various Lego items, the real estimated value is about $107,000. They give high estimates and low estimates, but that's right there in the middle. And for simplicity, I'll just be using averages and estimates here, but understand that, you know, these numbers are not firm, given that they're
I'll be able to
unsold
comment more
Legos.
once
It's
the
just
videos
rough
are familiar,
possibilities. But the point is, it's worth
right now.
nowhere near $200,000. And Reckless Ben, the one who made the original video covering this, said that surprised him.
Yeah, I mean, this entire time, literally every single person's been telling me there were $200,000. Like, that's how much, like, you could sell all these sets for.
My original assessment of about $200,000 was going up to his father's house and looking in 3 different rooms with all the sets. It was before I'd actually gone through and had set numbers and done an actual like evaluation. I looked at it and went based on as things progressed and as I started to delve more into the actual inventory and evaluating it, that number changed.
It was about 100,000.
We put out the press release well in advance of the event itself, so that press release went out before I had those full numbers. So we went, this is a nice even number that will grab attention and bring people into the store, so we went with that.
And
yeah,
I can understand that. Honestly, I can understand that explanation.
Like, it was one of those things where when she was looking through and going, well, it says this and it says this, like, you don't think even at the high end?
You haven't actually seen the spreadsheet.
No, I haven't.
You might want to cut that part out because he hasn't actually seen the inventory sheet.
The spreadsheet says about from between 85,000 to 120 something thousand, in the midpoint about 107 or something like that of what was inventory. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a really big point of misinformation to clear up, because if we're ever going to find the missing Lego, we need to start with the right number, the right value. It's about $107,000. Now, between 2023 and 2024, the Gormans record sales of about $24,000 of Brian's collection in their inventory tracking list. And of those sales, Brian was entitled to about 65 to 70% of it. He was paid $17,000, which roughly tracks with that. Which means on November 14th, the big night, the remaining amount of Brian's collection that should have been in there is about $82,000. Now, it doesn't take a genius to realize this is a very different number than corporate provided, who found only $2,000 to $5,000 of it linked to Brian. And later they said they only found $13,000 to $15,000 in total Lego Star Wars.
So you're talking maybe $11,000 to $15,000 total Star Wars, and that's all Star Wars inventory in the whole store.
So that's corporate side of the story, but I didn't want to take their word for it. So I went through Crystal's photos myself, which she shared.
I love the fact that this whole time in the conversation, you can see that CoffeeZilla, he's really just wanting to see like who is responsible for this, and he has to paint the investigation picture. He needs to consider everyone as a suspect, even if it's supposed to be just for show for the video, you know, to try to be just impartial with everything. But the fact that every time that Briggs and Minifigs actually say something that he can actually just disprove instantly, he just comes back and saying, yeah, but let's look at something else that can actually just change what he's saying. You know, let's just see like the truth now. Let's see what I found. Ah, man, I love this.
With me and hired people to go through and hand tag the Star Wars Legos that were in these photos. We looked through over 200 plus photos, multiple videos, and matched what we saw with Brian's collection.
What did you
in
find?
The end, I ended up with about $21,000 of Legos, matching Brian's collection that can be proven to be in the store on the night of November 14th. Now, to state the obvious, that's about 3 to 5 times what corporate estimated, at least on their press release. Now, yes, there are inherent errors in these estimates. Maybe we picked up some Lego that matched Brian's collection, but wasn't Brian's. But even though this is a bigger number than corporate said, I have to admit, even with pretty generous assumptions being made, there's still a huge gap of about $61,000 here that I just...
And not only that, but there is a gap of what information they had of the inventory as soon as they got to do the takeover from the original franchise owners, which also doesn't look good for them.
Couldn't find. But then I learned Brian had made a special side deal with M&R Productions, who had recently purchased some Legos from him. And this is where it starts to get messy. So these are the pictures that M&R Productions sent me, looking at the Lego that Brian sold him. This was stuff reportedly in storage, and it's interesting because of an early inventory list, which had a column called Location that Crystal used. And it listed a lot of the Star Wars items as being located in what they called storage. Now, previously, I was told that all of the stuff in storage was put back in the store, but there's a bunch that's on this list that I can't find in the store that seem to appear in these pictures. Now, I've been assured, by the way, that most of these Legos were not part of the inventory spreadsheet. They were never given to Bricks and Minifigs. This is a separate part of the collection, but I did a check, and 100% of the items that match the Brian collection inventory just so happen to be listed with a location of storage. So this starts to make things incredibly fuzzy, and I'm inclined to believe that a lot of these are part of that same inventory list. Now, if we take that value of the side deal, that's about $10,000 to $20,000 that's not actually missing. Now, it was at this point I started looking more at the point of sales records. I realized maybe...
Hi, Jared. Now, right now we're watching, I found the 200,000 missing Lego. It's like a video from Coffeezilla. And I'm not going to explain too much, but I definitely should recommend you to look about this title, and you're going to learn more about it.
we could find some of this missing Lego.
But basically, we're searching for Legos that went missing.
So this is from the Salem internal store records. Like, I guess this is what is entered when someone does a sale, and it's everything from September 2023 to November 2024 of Star Wars anything. And by the way, before we continue, yes, this was all a lot of work. If you want to, please support us on Patreon. That's how this show gets made. But anyways, according to those records, about $51,000 in sales went through during this time period in a way that matched Brian Mansell's collection. Now, that really worried me because Crystal's inventory list showed only $24,000 in sales for Brian, and Brian was only paid for that amount. But suddenly, I remembered back to a time when I spoke to Crystal, and I asked how much was sold prior to the takeover. Which is something similar from what you told me, Crystal.
Yeah.
You told me, hey, it was about 50-something thousand.
Yeah.
But Brian was only paid $17,000.
Okay.
And it should have been about double that. And I'm just trying to make sense of that, given that everyone's accusing each other of theft right now. You understand?
I mean, without seeing any of those records, without seeing those individual tickets, I can't answer that any better.
Okay, this is kind of a problem. The math ain't math in here. 65 to 70% of 50,000 is almost double what we believe Brian was paid. And digging into the details, it turns out a lot of these sales come from what Crystal's spreadsheet actually categorizes as layaways, meaning they were marked as having been sold, but layaways are when someone puts a down payment on an item and later pays it off. But the problem was there were a lot of these, worth about $20,000 in layaway, and that felt a little strange to me. And because of that, I asked Josh Johnson, the incoming owner, and he responded, quote, "They're worth 2 to 3 items on layaway when they took over." So on the list of that, on the inventory list, do you know about how many layaways?
I haven't gone through and done a count, but I know it was vastly more than 2 to 3.
It was about 98.
That makes sense.
So there were about $15,000 to $25,000 worth of sets on layaway.
Okay.
That's just the part that's surprising. That's the part that I can't get my head around. I go, how could, let me just be really honest. I don't believe there was that much layaway. I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. How could there be that much layaway? I don't know. It's like I don't believe, because I was talking to some people about bricks and minifigs. They go, yeah, there's some layaway. There's not that much layaway. I talked to people who were neutral, kind of on corporate side, but also people who were just normal bricks and minifigs people. They say there's not that much layaway. Help me understand why there's $20,000 worth of layaway here.
This is like the most that I think he has been against the previous store franchise owners, because this is like him putting them against the ropes. This is like the most that he's been like more aggressive to learn if they're lying or not. I given.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely. If you talk to other bricks and minifigs locations, layaway is extremely rare. I think outside of the Brian's collection,
Okay, good. I'm not crazy here. So then why was there so much layaway there?
No, absolutely not. Outside of Brian's collection, I think at the time we maybe had 2 used sets on layaway outside of his collection.
Okay.
It was not a common thing traditionally. I don't know that we'd ever done layaway before the collection came in. With Brian's collection, it was a little bit different because so much of this collection were new in box, all in one place, reasonably priced, and a lot of the harder to find items.
That is true.
And so customers would come in and put, I'm gonna guess probably half of those layaway items were not gonna be sold to the person who took them on layaway, because we had several that would put them on layaway and then change their mind. So
that is true.
This was something
I can believe that. I haven't even heard the entire argument, but I'm already saying I can believe what she's saying so far, because it would not be weird to me to say that to people who try to reserve items and they put a down payment to say, oh, just hold these items, I'm gonna pay the rest of it in the near future, just to come back and say, actually, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Just say, yeah, forget it.
like, somebody would come in and want 10 different sets but only be able to buy 1. Can I put the rest of those on layaway so you don't sell them? I'll pay $10 to put these sets on layaway. Traditionally with layaway, we would ask for 10% down. They'd have 30 days to make their next payment, or we'd refund the layaway amount and then put it back on the shelf. Because this collection was the collection it was, and I wanted to give these people the opportunity to
better than scalpers at least
to get these sets. We were a lot more generous with how long and the amount of payments that people could make towards the layaway. So a lot of these, we had several of them. I think one of the Ewok villages, we put on layaway 4 different times, and then it came off of layaway and back on layaway and then off and then sold. So a lot of these would have gone on and off of layaway and then back out on the shelf, just depending on the person who was putting it on layaway. That was completely unique to this collection.
So look, I'll be honest, I don't trust Josh Johnson, but something is weird here. So a lot of these are, see, like, look at this, like, so like it says POS final sale price, but it's listed as a layaway, but it's sold for $5.99.
Yeah.
Because it matches with the store sale price.
Okay.
So were they on layaway? Were they accidentally marked layaway on the spreadsheet? What's going on there?
I mean, without seeing the actual sales ticket and seeing what else, like what items were sold together, what else was sold with it, I can't actually see the sales ticket. We had several layaway items in which customers were putting multiple things on layaway, paying for most of one item, and then, or they were buying, 8 different things together and then putting all of them on layaway and making payments on multiple items at the same time. Our Ewok village was one of those cases. At some point he had, I think, like 8 or 9 different items on layaway. So they'd come in and make a payment for a bulk payment. I've got 800 things on layaway. I'm gonna make $100 on my payment. One customer in particular would do that, and then when he'd gotten up high enough to pay for one set, we'd pull that set out, mark it as sold. So without seeing the actual tickets and my layaway records, I cannot answer a question any clearer than that.
But I even found more than that in this POS data. I also found about $10,000 in sales that match Brian's collection that were not marked as sold under this inventory spreadsheet. Some of our things that were not found,
Okay.
were explained by the POS system because they were found in the POS system as being sold. So like they weren't marked on the spreadsheet, but they were marked as sold via the POS system. And this is about $10,000 worth of Lego that basically were matched.
Huh. See, and I don't know. Take anything happening from, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to do math here. I don't know without being able to see all of the records. There is a possibility that the consignments were ended when I wasn't at work and I just didn't go through and pull them up. They didn't get put in the consignment ticket. I hadn't gone through those consignments in a couple of months. I hadn't gone through the inventory in the back room in a couple of months. So it is entirely possible there were sales that were finished that I never clocked as being finished. I don't know that without going through and actually seeing it.
But you're saying it's possible stuff was sold, not updated on this inventory list.
It's entirely possible that stuff did not get updated on my spreadsheet. I'm not.
Yeah, this is the most suspicious is that these guys have looked into the entire video, but
where does this
they're
leave
very
us?
open
I know
about this.
Some people are jumping to conclusions here, but I must remind you that on the night of November 14th, 2024, Crystal Gorman was concerned about Brian getting paid or not getting paid.
He has not been paid his percentage yet, and if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
Okay. So Crystal, ultimately, that's a business thing and not necessarily yours. Brandon will take, if taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
So obviously, one could see that and say she was intending to reconcile with Brian. Maybe she hadn't gotten around to it. And of course, corporate will probably take a more cynical view of what she's doing by printing these receipts. But the point is, regardless of whose side you're on, I think we can all agree there's a lot of weird stuff here on all sides. Abnormal stuff. Sure, maybe you
on
can
one
chalk
side
some
more
of this
than
up
the
to
other.
bad record keeping between the U-Haul, the layaways, the $20,000 in Lego sets that corporate called $2,000 to $5,000 that was there that night, the off-book deals. But even if we can't fully know 100%, what these weird things were about, I think they tell a story of what actually happened to Brian's collection. In a way, multiple people, I think, are kind of right, kind of wrong. The Gormans were correct that more of that collection was there that night of the takeover than previously thought. But corporate also alleged that some of it was offsite, and that appears to be partly true, although some of that is disputed, and it looks like, way more of the collection was sold and layawayed than Brian was paid for. But all in all, there's a lot less missing than many people think, especially if your starting number is $200,000. I estimated, and I must emphasize, estimated with bad records, that there's only about $10,000 to $20,000 in Lego that isn't explained by one of these sources. This isn't to say Brian's been fully compensated. Much of this Brian wasn't paid for that I know of. So I estimate he's still out about $50,000 to $83,000 for Lego he wasn't compensated for. And I think honestly that's something that Bricks and Minifigs obviously should handle and make right. Regardless of what a franchisee does, the new one, the old one, the company behind it must stand behind their product, their service, and I can't imagine a better example of a company doing the opposite. Unfortunately, Bricks and Minifigs has chosen to deflect and dodge responsibility at most opportunities, and
not most, at 99% of opportunities. The only responsibility that they took so far, it was just to try to harm the side that is searching the truth.
Created a really awful customer experience that has snowballed into this crazy series of events. But instead of taking accountability for that, they've taken an aggressive legal strategy, which I told them personally was a horrible idea. As of writing this, Brian Mansell is being sued for $1.3 million as part of a legal campaign against him and Reckless Ben and any of the associates. Remember, Brian is the same guy who lost all these Legos
because of them.
Bricks and Minifigs store. And I told
exactly.
the CEO and COO that's ridiculous and they should drop this. Look, mistakes have been made by plenty of people here, but there's a lot more people who have inflicted self-owns, the likes of which we've rarely seen, by just choosing the worst possible path at every fork in the road. No pun
The
intended.
brothers,
but
the
the
police,
best path
they just,
to making
they
things
did a
right,
horrible
in
job
my
of
view,
this.
is by just making Brian whole and moving on. Drop the aggressive legal strategy. You are a Lego store at the end of the day. You are supposed to
They
be
would have
about
lost
fun,
so
not about
so
a
much less money.
rerun of Suits.
They
But
would have
anyways,
lost so
that's
little
my
money compared to
investigation.
the
Those
bad
are my
rap they
closing
just
thoughts.
got.
And I knew I wanted to approach everyone involved in this whole story with my results and see what they thought to close things out.
Does all that make sense to you? Because I'm showing everyone in this story and saying, hey,
the thing
are
that
any of
doesn't
these
make
numbers
sense-
blowing your mind, or is any of this crazy to you?
No, it's not crazy. But what's crazy, again, like all the photo evidence that both sides have points to there being, sure, $20,000 worth of Lego in the of Star Wars Lego in the store that night, right? I don't know, man. I'm just like, can people understand maybe why there was some confusion and why there was some hesitation when somebody comes in and says, hey, you owe me $60,000 worth of product in Lego, and we go, we don't even know who you are.
I mean, when they actually say that, and you, instead of like saying, "Oh, that is weird, let's talk about it," you just go, "No, that is not true. Get out. No, I'm gonna sue you. No, we gotta no." When you react like that, people are gonna think that you are a culprit, and they're not gonna want to reason with you. They're just gonna want to answers.
Like, yeah, Crystal mentioned something about consignment on her way out the door. And we go, sure, we'll get that figured out. But then the guy just walks in and demands $60,000 worth of Lego.
That is completely another bullshit too.
Like, what am I supposed to do other than say, cool, show me, can you show me the proof?
The problem is
How about the contract they had with you guys, like with the brand Bricks and Minifigs? How about the contract? How about that?
There's so much of a dispute on the timeline, and this is what's going to make this story so hard to tell, is like, they say you guys are unreasonable. They tried, and eventually they gave up. But they say they tried it. They were basically met with like unreasonable requests, things like that. So
verification, documentation, is that unreasonable? Do you
The
think?
contract, they had the contract that whole time.
Well, I think they would say they provided the documentation, and you guys say you need more documentation. So I mean, that's kind of the
right. A spread like.
In Ben's video, is already shown that you guys kept going back and forth between, oh, you gotta talk to the store owner, and you gotta talk to the CEO, and you just got.
I understand.
Kept
A spreadsheet and a contract are a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never
He
got
doesn't know.
that.
He's
That was
scared.
never
He
sent to
doesn't
us in
know.
corporate,
Like
by
his
the way.
body
Y'all
language
don't
says
have
he's
y'all
panicked.
do have the spreadsheet though, yeah? Y'all have the spreadsheet.
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says it's. I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right now. It says storage used, owned by BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricksandminifigs.com.
What are you looking at?
It says owner Salem.or at bricksandminifigs.com. That's you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6, 2024. And when I look at it, this is the Mansell list, I believe.
So this would have been created under so we have the we
But
own
y'all
the,
definitely have this. Y'all have access to this.
Well, I had no idea. Like so if this is the first
right
that
again.
anybody
Right
has shown me
God again.
that a spreadsheet was created using like Bricks and Minifigs Salem, and all of this stuff was archived. This is the first I've seen that this spreadsheet was created by Crystal, and we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was. We don't know a lot of those types of things, and understand. I appreciate you sharing this with us because we had no idea. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and you can't we don't know everything.
It's just incredible that this guy in particular, every time that is given information to say that they're wrong, they say, okay, maybe we didn't know, but it's not our fault. It's definitely something else. There's something weird. I don't know.
We don't go, looking in every nook and cranny everywhere. We just don't know some of those things. So if that's there, we can now have our team go look for that.
And again, so if you have someone that says that you guys own them $100,000 to $200,000, you're telling me that you don't go look into any cranny, you don't investigate it, you just deny it.
Comes right down to it, they're going to have to make a judgment call and say who's telling the truth. The people who were taking all the pictures and say, and we couldn't take pictures of everything the night of, but we're being honest consistently, and the people who are saying
That is a great
there was
point, too.
$5,000 there.
That is
Really?
honestly a great point.
That makes no sense.
So
We've
for the
got
previous
evidence.
franchise
Yes, there's
owners,
a discrepancy.
they
We
go ahead and
acknowledge
they
we
have
did
been
not
way
take
more
pictures of
truthful. Is the way it
everything.
is.
But does that mean that the discrepancy is, oh, and therefore these missing, percentage, whatever that would be, 5%, is some magical other place? Or it was sitting there in the store and we didn't get pictures of it.
If I
That's
if
the
I
more
messed
reasonable
up,
explanation.
if I messed up on my record keeping, I will take accountability for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. If my staff didn't draw attention that consignments had left out, so I'd move them to the thing. Any of that, I will take accountability to that. I am more than willing to do that. I need BAM to show me those tickets.
As they promised to do.
I will sit down with Brian and talk this over and figure out what we missed and where it was missed and how it was missed and make that right with him.
I mean, that's new information no one's ever found out. So that's like awesome. They're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars because of their own wrongdoing. They're literally gonna destroy their entire company because they're this stubborn over.
I agree, because it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter who's right now. For what they have done in these last couple of weeks, they're not gonna get through with this in the next couple of years. The fame for Bricks and Minifigs is already set. They're fucked.
Maybe
and they
$20,000
fucked
worth
themselves.
of Lego.
Sure, I'll be keeping you in the loop with what
Nice. I'm excited. This was good work. My other final thoughts is, dude, you solved it, dude. That's awesome.
As of making of this video, Brandon Bass and Josh Johnson are no longer working at Briggs and Minifigs. Ooh. Briggs and Minifigs is suing Brian Mansell and the Reckless Band for over $1 million in damages. Man, they shouldn't be do this to Reckless Band. He exposed all this like a shittiness. A restraining order is in effect against Reckless Band to prevent him from speaking about Bricks and Minifigs. The Gormans are suing Bricks and Minifigs. The lawsuit claims Brian's collection had an original agreement valued at around $250,000. Oh man, just like that, you're gonna drop the ending like this and no final say in the matter? Oh, it's not over. He didn't conclude the video. I mean, at least not in my opinion. So there must be more that they are gonna be investigating. This is not over. We're gonna have more videos in the future. I don't think there's anything else to expect at the end. But man, I really hope to see another video by Coffzilla. I really hope that Reckless Ben and his team, they just they get through this, and they can prove that they're doing what's right, and they are just doing what is right by law to the right of the original owner of the Legos. But man, honestly, I'm very glad that I came to react to this. I knew that there will be more to this story. And honestly, thank you to Coffzilla for actually just supporting these small stories and all of these investigations. He does a phenomenal job. Guys, if you haven't already, give a like to the original video, because this video, you already know my opinion. You already know who I think is the culprit of this, and I just hope that the people that are doing right are not negatively impacted by corruption and by like a fucking HR protecting the fucking brand. So thanks so much for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next. Okay? Bye. See ya. And I'm back to reading chat, guys. Findler, Hajar, sorry for not speaking to you guys that much. And I think I already did, Findler. Didn't I? I think that I already reacted to the trailers for what War Thunder. Oh, let me have a look. D-Dan 99 War Thunder trailers. Reaction. War Thunder all trailers. Dude, there are 92 trailers. Man, I don't think I'll be able to react to all of them. And I had mentioned that after this video, I was probably gonna end the stream because I need to edit the video and maybe edit 1 or 2 shorts. So I think I'll have to leave this for the next stream. Sorry, Findler. But guys, yeah, just a few. Okay, go ahead and suggest me one of them so I can place it here. Go ahead and suggest me one. Let's see how that goes. What Thunder Dancing on Edge. Oh, this was one of the first ones that showed up. Alright, Findler. I can react to this one. Dancing on Edge. Cinematography trailer for What War Thunder. Already gave a like, so let's go. Oh, music, I hope it's not heavily copyrighted. I have to say, the sound design is very good and the music is doing a good job. It's hyping me up. Oh man. Oh, I thought they were gonna show him getting burned to a crisp. Oh, I thought it was... Man, they keep just alluding to these badass like scenes happening, but then they just get to a new scene. I thought they were gonna be able to shoot the bomber, and the whole bomber was gonna explode. Oh, are we getting all the scenes all in one? All the epic cinematography moments all by the end? I really hope so. They cannot be baiting us like this. Honestly, beautiful strategy. Beautiful strategy to bait the tanks to come next to the warship. Ah man, I was expecting to see someone getting fried inside the tank at the sign. Ah man, I feel a little let down. It is a very good trailer, but I expected some slow motion close-up picture of people just getting destroyed inside the tanks and the planes. Alright, I will say, Findler, this was a good trailer. It was a good trailer, but maybe I expected more for the cinematography in the end when it came to just showing the destruction. But a good trailer though. Findler, I have to ask. Do you have another one? One that would be extremely good? Extremely good. I'm asking you for one of the best in War Thunder. Would you have a suggestion? Bait. Right, I'll react Hmm. It doesn't seem to show one. Wait, well, okay, so which one? Which is the name of the video? What is the name of the video? Firebirds. Found it. Alright, so second War Thunder video of the day. Firebirds. And this one's a little bit older than the one that we reacted previously. I can see on the animation. This one feels a little bit like 2016. The one thing that I gotta give credit to War Thunder is just how destructive the maps react to tanks going through objects, constructions, receiving fire. It's kind of funny that I can actually understand some of the Russian words that they're saying. And the hand being like this. Oh man, I'm 200% checking what year they released this trailer. I'm guessing 2016. I would say that is cool. That is cool. The small handshake, nice detail. I imagine that this trailer tries to reinforce the idea that every single risk that you take is worth taking. Oh man, that lines of things are getting obliterated. Oh, for a moment I think I heard some Star Wars sound effects in the back. But I will say I do like the way that the War Thunder title, it just shows the ship, the plane, and the tank. That is actually a very cool design. Nice. So guys, this will be it for me. Remind me real quick, War Thunder is free, right, Findler? Maybe I'll have to try it one day. Oh, and I forgot to look. Wait, this is just from 1 year ago? Wait a minute. Wait. You're telling me that this trailer was from 1 year ago only? Man, I don't know what it is, but the previous trailer, they had a bigger budget. I don't know, this one really felt like 2016. Really felt like 2016. Oh, it's frustrating? Why? Because you needed to get the good stuff, you need to pay? Is it an EA game? Let me see. Who owns War Thunder? Oh, Gage Entertainment. Yeah, but why is it frustrating, Findler? Why is it? No, but tell me, explain to me. Why are they annoying? Why? Why is it hard? Why is it problematic? Ah man, if I need the whole video, I'm gonna have to explain. I'm gonna have to save it for the next stream then. I mean, hard to grind can be one thing, but do you actually get stopped from like you getting better things because it's hard to play and to level up in the game? Things like that. Is it a game that you need to unlock things and buy things related to the amount of time you put into the game, and it takes a lot to get the good things? Things like that. For example, one problem that I had, for example, with Helldivers, is that it felt like the higher difficulties, they were just extremely grindy. You had to grind a lot if you didn't want to buy things with real money. Yes? Oh yeah, then we are on the same page. But I will be going now. I will be going. I need to edit these videos. So guys, thanks so much for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys liked it. Thanks so much to Findler and everyone that was around the stream. Thanks so much to Walker, Roldy. Thanks a lot to Hank. Thank you, Walker, who was also on YouTube. Thank you, Kirill. I'll be seeing you guys on the next video, the next stream. But before you go, let's go ahead and let's make a raid on Twitch. As always, let's try to improve someone's day. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for this guy. Let's go. Let me do a raid on this guy. Ah, I cannot do a raid on him. So who am I doing a raid right now on? Yeah, let's go for this guy. Can I do it now? Yeah, I can. So 10 seconds for the raid. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you guys already gave a like to the original videos. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next time. Okay? Bye. See ya.